rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
That's our own 25-yard line.
Here we go, son. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, son.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
To throw is Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check 31.
They'll run it with Bell. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Le'Veon Bell unable to get in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Now, Mike 57. Hey, we're good, we're good. You ready? 10, under 10, 10. We're good. Check three.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Watch the curl. Man, 80.
Darnold now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they contemplate what to do on 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Wilson gives Oakland a veteran option at tight end. Remember, they had Jared Cook last year. He's now in New Orleans. But Wilson, 5 years in Seattle, then 1 in Detroit before the native of Windsor, Canada, signed with Oakland back in March. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, we're good.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. It's a screen to Richard. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
29. 53.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. To throw his Carr. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Henry Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Here's Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this Raiders and Jets contest is a part of the NFL 100 series. And a little history lesson, back in November of 1968, there was a game between these two teams where the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns in the final minute to win. And actually, coverage was broken away from that game on the East Coast to show the movie Heidi. So a lot of the Jets fans missed the Raiders' comeback. Can imagine some saddened faces when they took the rubber bands off their newspapers the next morning on the East Coast. But don't worry, folks. We will not be interrupting this broadcast to show the movie Heidi. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. The football comes out, Jacobs lost it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now Darnold, he's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Charlie. They're not ready for this.
From the gun, it's Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Raiders.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
completes it. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Now pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll give to Martin here out of the gun. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 54. Come on. Switch it. Ready? Check 3.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now this time, Carl throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, echo.
Now Carr maybe with a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a run with Martin. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And it's caught by Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
Bell, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Out left to Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. And lady.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Again, it's Bell. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Neil Sterling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Darnold from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Carr to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Carr now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher, sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Check. Check out route.
On first down, it's Bell. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. No. Off.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. This is Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants